So, I came to the studio a little late today.
A little late. It happens to the best of us.
It wasn't intentional.
Never is.
I want to discuss being in uncomfortable positions with people around you fighting.
Oh man, you're gonna get me in a bit of trouble.
This is why we're doing this show.
Yeah. I've obviously discussed this with you. Or just being in an uncomfortable situation, period. Where even if the parties that aren't fighting, but you're, around both parties, it's an uncomfortable situation to be in, period. I'll let you dive in first.
I think there's a few things that I feel fuel the fire. Alcohol is on the top of that list.
Alcohol is.
I've seen friends deteriorate into cutting promos on each other. Almost like SummerSlam, Survivor Series, and King of the Ring. And these people don't even know why they're angry at each other. But once it starts, once you get that bug inside of you that makes you like want to say something to somebody, bro, that's all you're thinking about. You're pacing in your mind even though you're not walking. And when somebody actually goes and starts the conversation, you're like opening the floodgates. You remember that scene in The Shining when all the blood was coming down the
elevator? Yeah.
That's exactly what it's like to be around people that are arguing. And like you said,
it has nothing to do with you.
You're just not even a mediator. You're just in the way.
In the way. Thank you. That is a great way to describe it. It's an uncomfortable position to be in. It's not fun, man, because eventually, I mean, for you it was just one night, man. But if it's a prolonged situation over a couple of weeks or months even, it can be a situation that festers. And over time is going to lead to something combustible that won't be nice.
And especially if they have a relationship outside of you. If they're friends, if they're family, then what the fuck can you say?
Nothing. And I mean, saying something will make you feel like you're in the position of no matter what you say, you're the bad person, you're the villain no matter what you do. And that's the position you're left feeling, even though you want to say something. Anything you say, I mean, probably won't be taken into account. You don't know. You never know. And saying anything like does potentially put you in a position of villain. And
I don't want you to name names because I felt like that's what you were hinting at in the intro. You don't have to talk about particular situations because people do watch this show. But have you been in those situations?
Without a doubt. Without a doubt. And that's why I said what I said. And it was, I mean, we've discussed it off air. I've told you what happened, how bad it was. And like I said, it's more troublesome and more bothersome when it's a situation that has very little or nothing to do with you. It's a situation outside of you that you've been pulled into, or you've been, unfortunately, had to be around. And now because you are around, you're involved.
On the flip side, have you been the perpetrator in these situations at times? Have you had arguments, let's say with your brother, your sister, your mother, in front of people?
Oh, me and Lorenzo, without a doubt. We've had arguments like that in front of people. We've had blow-ups in front of people multiple times. And
I'm not talking about no video game shit.
No, I mean out at bars, functions, we've had, incidents.
Like, how awkward did people feel when me and my brother started fighting on the Williamsburg Bridge?
I mean, then back here after the fact, man. Everything that happened, I mean, it's an awkward situation for everyone to be in.
And even that situation, alcohol infused.
Alcohol infused, man. And even, I remember one with my brother, man, where he was, it was alcohol infused, and we went from a barbecue at Noel's crib that time, when everybody was at Noel's crib. I think it was like Memorial Day. We were over there, that big barbecue.
That we took all the pictures?
Yeah. And we had that good time. And me and Lorenzo went to the city to drink. Met some people from GMB.
After that?
Yeah, we went to the city. Went to DMB, took a cab. We were at Hurley's. Hadn't seen some of these people in a while. My brother started being a colossal dick after a bit. And I was joking with him, but he started being a dick. And he started making fun of me and made me upset. I was drunk, and we got into it, and I got the drunk emotional crying. And me, when I'm not that upset, I'm drunk. Sometimes that happens. And after the fact, I saw the bartender and the bouncer. I told him, my bad for that. It's like, nah, man. He was like, we saw what happened, and we spoke to your brother and told him he was wrong for fucking with you that night. We get it, but there's like he took it a little far, and we told him that. And he was wrong for pushing.
But you guys are like obviously brothers. Like people don't look at y'all and be like, "Yo, are they related?" Y'all motherfuckers is brothers.
Nah, people. The funny thing at work, people don't think me and him are related. People think him and my the guy who got him the
even
job
after he
before-
speaks,
even after he speaks,
because y'all practically have the same voice.
Because it's funny. A lot of people saw him and our buddy June beforehand. Everybody thinks him and June are brothers, and then he tells them, "No, that's my little brother." They're like, "You sure?" And it's like, "Yeah." And they're like, "Yo, that's your brother?" Unfortunately, yes. And it's that's what I said. They're like, "It's your brother?" Yeah, unfortunately, yes. And it's people are always shocked, and they're like, because me and him are night and day. We sound alike. We make, but we're very similar, but we're also night and day. Me and my brother.
It's the attitudes, because I wouldn't say y'all night and day. I would say like you're like night in the evening.
Night in the evening.
Because Lorenzo knows how to push your buttons. He knows how to talk the trash that is gonna make you break the control.
Nah, bro, it's been the other way around, bro. I've become a rock, man. I've told you that his shit don't work no more, man.
I need to see this then.
You haven't been there, bro. Like I've turned the corner, bro. Like I told you, like I'm that.
This must have been recently.
Nah, man, I haven't. I told you, I haven't broken a controller in more than a decade, bro. More than a decade. And I told you why, nigga. They cost too fucking much now, and it's me paying for them. Like I ain't breaking something I paid for.
But you cut promos on these digital characters as though you drafted them yourself in a real league.
Oh man, when I'm playing with them, because I did draft them. We sat there, we did the draft. That's my team. I'm trying to win, and my team's not performing. I know I'm controlling them.
That's the other part to what y'all do. Y'all can't just play regular exhibitions. Y'all do whole drafts. Y'all spend all day.
Because we want to dominate the other, and the only way is for us to pick our players, pick our teams, and settle it out. Settle it out over a 7-game series. Settle it out over a winner takes all. 1-game Super Bowl. Usually we play the the NBA Finals or the World Series, something like that. If we're playing hockey, which we haven't in a long time, we'll play the Stanley Cup. Soccer, we'll play best of 2 or 3.
But you and Lorenzo never came to blows in front of people.
Nah, we never came to blows in front of people.
What's the closest?
Wanting to come to blows. Like us wanting to come to blows.
Was it like at a Hurley's? Or was it at work?
I'll say Hurley's. No, not even Hurley's. But a situation like that. I can't remember. We were too drunk. But I'll say it was a situation like that. But situations, they're all drunk and blurred. We never come to blows, but we come close a few times.
I don't even remember
and again,
what me and my brother fought about.
It was alcohol infused, man, and it's
I just remember that what's the girl's name? It was Lene.
Yeah.
She was between me and my brother in the back of Nook's car, and by the end of that fight, Andy had his arm around her.
He's like, he blew it. I'm just come here, baby girl, come here. Let me talk to you real fast. Yeah, man, it's an awkward situation to be in, man.
And what was even worse was the fact that after me and my brother fought, it was broken up by like police.
Yeah.
And Nook had to like flex he was a traffic cop at the time.
Mm-hmm.
He had to flex his badge just to get us out of like the situation.
Out of trouble, yeah.
And
it was crazy.
We both got knots on our face, and we're telling the cop we were just playing.
we were just having a little fun, officer. Things got a little
right in the entrance of the bridge.
Got a little out of hand. Yo, I remember we all was driving there. We had the nice little convoy heading back. We was like, yo, we gonna go to the yard, drink some more? Fuck it. And that was the shit. We had just finished drinking. It's summertime. We like, yo, Monday off. Everybody, yo, fuck it. Let's go drink some more in the yard. Fuck it. We gonna go drink some more. Yo, where everybody at? Yo, how we get here? Where they at?
Bro, I was so pissed off that night that I left my house at like 4:30 in the morning because I had to work at around 10. And I figured it was going to take me about 6 hours to make it. When they found me, first of all, I was kicked by a Hasidic Jew who owned the company. I was sleeping in front of the fucking store, and he just saw me. He was like, "Alex," he's kicking me. I'm like, "Yeah." So I go upstairs, and he sees that my mouth is swollen and I'm like bloodied and shit. He said, "What is going on here?" I was like, "I just had a fight with my brother." "Take days off. Take him. I call my ex to come pick me up. I didn't realize how bad I was hurt until I tried to walk down the steps. Because I damn near fell down the steps.
Oh, man.
What happened was, when he hit me, because I was popping trash, bro.
I'm pretty sure you were. I've been around you.
He punched me in my face. And then he saw that I was falling down, and he tried to grab me, and we both fell down. And I hit the corner of my back on the fucking sidewalk.
Oh.
And it was that to me that was the biggest pain.
That's soft tissue right there. That sucks. That sounds painful.
And I ended up going home. I remember I went home that day and I opened his door because we were still living together. And I said, "Yo, you want pancakes?" And I made his ass pancakes, bro. And then I go
home and did Prince in the Revolution.
Then I go into his room. I serve him the pancakes because he couldn't move. When I brought him down with me, I would punch him in the face. He was all fucked up. So I start crying and I give him a hug. And I say, "This is because we played the Ouija board that time."
And it was. Yeah, I told you, I left that shit open, bro. Bad shit kept happening y'all for a while after that.
There's a lot of bad juju with that shit.
Bad juju. I believe in bad juju in the world, man. Like, me and my brother joke with that, man. Like, when we play games, we designate controllers like, "Yo, that's yours, this is mine. Don't touch my fucking controller." Like, you keep your bad juju on your side, all right? This is mine.
Yeah.
Like, we play like that legit when we play the game, bro. Like, it's now like if I go to his house, I bring my controller. He's coming here, he brings his. Like, we don't want to touch the other one's instruments.
I don't know what the fuck made us play that Ouija board that night, or even think to do it. It was, again, alcohol infused,
bro. And yo, I don't care how much I've looked at for it, or how much I've seen. I'll never do it. It seems interesting to read the stories. Wow, I'd like to see it happen. I don't want to see it happen because I don't want to experience what comes with it. I've seen enough videos. I've read enough stories. I've been on Reddit enough. I'm cool. I'm good money. But
there's too many YouTube channels about bad shit happening.
Yeah, man. And it's
and bad shit did happen.
The bad shit did happen. There's people that bad shit like continually happens to them, man. Cause that you guys kind of got off on it, man. Kind of, little shit still happens, but the bad shit, the bad shit,
I think you saying it that way, whoever's behind me right now just saw that shit and they're gonna take it to the next level now.
Yeah, like, hey, yeah, you wanna see? I'll tell you, I'll fucking show you, pal. I'll fucking show you.
You think it's over?
Yeah, man. But being in that awkward situation, man, it's never any fun, man. And whatever you do, man, don't treat the person you're with badly because of it, man. Because that's what unfortunately happened with me as a result of it. And I felt like shit as the way I reacted.
It's called collateral damage.
Yeah, I felt like shit. And I told her not for what I said, what was said, or anything. I don't take back any of it. I felt bad for the fact that that situation forced me to react like that to you. And it had nothing to do with us. And that really upset me more than anything.
So the moral of the story: don't drink.
Oh, no. Drink in moderation.
Don't drink excessively around people you have issues with. So I think that's a clean way to.
There you go. And if you have issues with someone, I mean, it's probably best to deal with them immediately and not let them
gasoline.
fester.
It's gasoline, and your foot never left the pedal.
There you go.